Hello everybody on the internet. Now this is a spoiler-free review, so you can watch this video if you haven't seen the movie. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is the 8th Mission Impossible movie and the final movie of the franchise. Now I didn't get into these movies until 2020, so the first one I saw in cinemas was Dead Reckoning, and that was quite an experience. So I was looking forward to experiencing Mission Impossible in cinemas again. But other than that, for some reason my hype for this movie wasn't too high, but after seeing it, I loved it more than I thought I would. Christopher McQuarrie once again proved how competent of a filmmaker he is. He delivers high quality cinema, high quality action, a well crafted and compelling plot, and every scene balances tones so well. Final Reckoning is also the longest movie of the franchise, and for the most part, I think it needed to be. What I liked most about this was how it makes the franchise stronger. Fallout and Dead Reckoning did a little bit of this, but this one more so brings in ties from all of the past movies, some of which were very pleasant surprises, and brings them into relevance for this plot. Now, I thought that Dead Reckoning was a really high stakes story. No, this movie, oh boy, raised the stakes to an insane level. It wastes absolutely no time. From the start, you feel the high stakes of everything happening. Like Dead Reckoning, there are a lot of characters and a lot going on in this, but the movie always keeps you familiar with the information. Though there were times where it would visually show you information that you have already seen, I just thought that was a little unnecessary. And some of the biggest selling points of the Mission Impossible movies are the stunts. Honestly, the big stunts in this movie are not the best or the most impressive that the franchise has ever done. They're still good though, and Tom Cruise is absolutely insane for doing them. It's just, we've seen better already. But there are great and engaging sequences. Some sequences I never wanted to end. The score also really stood out to me this time. Once again, Tom Cruise gave his absolute all. Hopefully after this movie he stops risking his life so much because he is in his 60s. Ethan Hunt is impossibly tough and compassionate. He will stop at nothing to save the world. It is really frustrating how the government and the IMF still do not trust him after the amount of times that he has saved the world. What I loved about this story is, again, how high stakes it is and how far that is going to push Ethan. How far is he going to go to save the world? He does some surprising things. Hayley Atwell was such an amazing addition to Dead Reckoning. And once again, Grace is one of the best things about this movie. She's grown in skill and confidence since last time, but her reactions to everything are still just so fun. Seeing how Benji reacts to the most dangerous situation possible is compelling. If anything, this movie proved that Luther is the best support character in the franchise. Pom Clementiev's character Paris was really improved upon here. She fit in surprisingly well. Gabriel was a solid villain in Dead Reckoning. He really just felt like the entity's servant, but here he became more interesting, and along with the entity, felt impossible to beat. I walked out of the Final Reckoning satisfied. I don't think it's the best Mission Impossible, but it is a good one to end on. I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10. So, have you seen Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning? What did you think of it? What's your favorite mission? Let me know in the comments below, and may the 4th be with you.